Hampshire. Anybody have a question? Sherman.
Senator, we've heard from a lot of moderates today who say they are better positioned to go and get more independent voters and Republicans who were disappointed in President Trump. How do you convince those moderate folks, those independents, that you're not too far to the left of them?
Look, I think what we have to start with is that anyone right now in the Democratic field who's running for president would be a better president than Donald Trump. And I believe anybody would beat Donald Trump. And that's what we all need to be out there fighting for. For me, I've made it clear. I think the way we win is we call out what is broken. We show that we have a way to fix it. And we build a grassroots movement to get it done. You know, I talk about things like the importance of canceling student loan debt. That's 53 million Americans who would see their student loan debts canceled. They're not all Democrats. They're Democrats, they're Republicans, they're independents. I talk about universal child care for every baby in this country, high quality child care for age 0 to 5. And those mamas and daddies, they're not all Democrats. They're Democrats, they're Republicans, they're independents. This is about investing not just in the richest 1/10 of 1%. It's about investing in the rest of America. And I think there's a lot of support for that, regardless of party.
Senator, labor union. Your student loan debt program. You have a nifty tool on your website. That allows people to put in
their check it out.
Put in their income, put in their student debt with their email. What are you doing with that data? Is that going to be used as targeting in your campaign?
Gee, no, I think we mostly use it so that people can see what will be the impact on their lives. You know, one of the main things that I see from people is that they shake hands and will often say to me, 42,681, how much student loan debt outstanding? But we're not collecting that data for any other purpose. We're just letting people do the calculation for their own purposes, and that's all. We don't want it for any other reason.
Senators about the convention.
You want to roll back the legal immunity for gun manufacturers, and you also want to phase out, of course, fossil fuels as well. So where exactly, does that leave, as far as the law enforcement as well as the military, if these gun manufacturers go up bankrupt? And also, where does it also leave the military as far as the future goes, as far as oil and then being dependent on foreign oil?
So let's do both of those. The first one on the question about how we keep our police safe. So we keep our police safe by having better gun safety. And we're not having better gun safety right now. We're not producing guns that are safer. What we're doing is right now continuing to expand the number of lethal weapons in this country. And it poses a risk, not just to every citizen, but it also poses a risk to the police who are on the front lines. It's part of the reason that I've worked both with police groups and with the family of a slain officer to fight for better gun safety in this country. And on the question of the military, understand that one of the vulnerabilities that our military faces is the fuel supply line. That's the place where everybody knows you've got to get fuel in to supply our troops whenever they're overseas. If we have a more sustainable energy footprint for our military, that's good for our military. It makes them stronger. We've raised this in hearings. They've talked about it. Look at the reports on this. The notion that somehow we can only have a military if they continue to burn fossil fuel is not only wrong, it's wrong in the wrong direction. You just don't have this right. So I hope you'll take a look at that. I think it's important.
Senator Labor.
You were a high school debate champion. Can you tell us what you do to prep for a debate?
Can we just start with the fact these are not debates like those were debates? What we'll be doing this week is giving every Democrat a chance to stand up and talk about their vision, about what they dream for America and how they're going to get out there and fight for it. I'm really looking forward to this opportunity. It's about telling millions of people across this country what's broken, a country that works only for those at the top, the plans that we can use to fix it, and how we're going to build a grassroots movement to get it done.
Senator,
you have focused a lot on progressive domestic policy. You also voted for a military budget increase in 2017. How does that square with your progressive politics that you're talking about?
So, look, if question is, do I think we should cut the military budget? The answer is yes. And I'm now on the Senate Armed Services Committee. I've had this fight over and over. But there's another part to it too. We need to stop the control over our defense budget that's exercised by the giant defense industry. As you know, we now have a Secretary of Defense who spent 7 years as head lobbyist for Raytheon. I asked for some simple conflict of interest rules that he would abide by. For example, not to make decisions that involve Raytheon and Raytheon's bottom line. And he refused. The Republicans confirmed him anyway. But this is what corruption is all about. Putting lobbyists in charge of our government agencies, a lobbyist, former lobbyist in charge of the Environmental Protection Agency. This is the heart of corruption. And the moment has come to call it out and to fight back. That's what being in this room is all about. Anybody have a question about the convention?
Yes.
Last question.
Senator Warren.
Senator,
we saw a huge, probably to everybody here, like you had a much warmer reception this afternoon than Joe Biden had this morning. Why is that?
Look, all I can do is stand up and talk about why I'm running. I'm not here to criticize any other Democrat or anyone else's campaign. I'm here to talk about what I'm running for as president and what I see that we can do together. What I saw in that room were a whole lot of Democrats here in New Hampshire who are not only ready for change, they're ready to get out there. and
Are you
fight
winning
for
New
it.
Hampshire? Are the polls
Thank
wrong?
you. Thank you.
Thank you.